Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to another yoga class, David W. Jones Yoga. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. I start every class with a ring of my bowl that came from Nepal. But before I ring it, I want to invite you to, as we sit here in easy pose, root the tail down and then bring the energy up the spine. So there's a little lift of the pelvic floor, a little lift of the ribs, shoulders down the back, which will lift the heart. We have a long neck. And so as I ring the bowl, let your awareness feel your body from the inside out. Notice where you might be holding tension or contraction. And then just bring your awareness, your attention to our breathing. So we'll bring hands to heart. Take a moment to connect in with our heart center. Bring our awareness into our bodies, into our heart. And then we'll release the hands down and lift the head. So I'm going to start off class with a little Ujjayi breath. I like to start class with a little pranayama. Pranayama is the Sanskrit word for breath practices in yoga. So a little alternate nostril breath. We use the right hand, thumb on the right nostril. We'll close it. We'll inhale through the left. Then we'll close the left and exhale out the right. Back in through the right. Close and exhale left. Back in through the left. Close, exhale right, and keep going back in through the right. Close left. So notice how we go side to side, how we're lengthening the breath out one nostril at the time. We're balancing. This is a good breath to counteract stress. I do it in the car. I do it a lot actually, sometimes before bed. I'll just do a couple more rounds. End with the exhale on the left side. And then lower the hands down. So just take a moment and close the eyes as we breathe. Maybe some Ujjayi breaths. Ujjayi breath is done by keeping the mouth closed, the tongue on the roof of the mouth, making the throat airway smaller so it makes a breathy sound as the air goes down into the lungs. Kind of like Darth Vader makes as he breathes. It's a real constriction of the throat to make the airway smaller. Lengthens the breath. Anytime we can lengthen the breath, we're going to calm down the nervous system. So let's get started with our practice. I will keep reminding you to bring your awareness to the breath throughout class. So let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, reach out, float them on down. Back up. This time cactus goal, post arm, squeeze the shoulder blades at the back. Then inhale back up. Exhale, reach out, float down. Inhale back up. This time clasp the hands, steeple the fingers, and we'll do some circles in the air with the arms and the upper torso. Loosen up the upper torso across the collarbones, the shoulders, the upper chest. Notice the elasticity in the rib cage across the collarbones. Let's reverse and go in the other direction. Come back to center. Now let's just invert the palms and press on up. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the mat. We'll walk or slide our hands forward as we fold over our crossed legs. Let the head relax down between the arms, the shoulders. Inhale, come on back up. We'll bring the arms out to the side. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, side bend right. Slide that right arm out. Left arm reaches overhead. Try to keep that left cheek down on the mat. Inhale, come on back up. We'll head over to the other side. Both arms reach. Right cheek stays down. Inhale, come on back up. Let's go back over to the right, half an inch more into the stretch. And then inhale, come back up. We'll finish out to the left, same thing. Both arms reach an inch, half an inch deeper into the stretch. Inhale, come on back up. Let's work with the neck and shoulders now for a little bit. So we'll drop we'll inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Scrunch on up. Let's make a sound as we lower them down. Ah. Inhale back up a little higher. And exhale a little lower. Ah. Last time up. Higher still. Make those shoulders earrings. Now take them all the way down. Let it all out. Ah. Great. Drop the chin to the chest. Let the weight of the head lengthen the neck as we begin to rock the head gently from side to side. We'll gradually widen that movement into a semicircle that takes the head over to each shoulder. Let's head over to the left shoulder. Lift the shoulder, lower the ear down to meet it. Lower the left shoulder, roll the head through center over to the right. Up with the shoulder, down with the ear to meet it. Lower the right shoulder. Let's head back over to the left. A little deeper into the contraction as we lower the ear and raise the shoulder we hold. Now lower the shoulder, back through center over to the left. Finish out, up with the shoulder, down with the ear to meet it. Lower the shoulder. Lift the head. So some simple shoulder rolls now. Forward up. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back as we take them down. So we're not just moving the shoulders. We're moving the shoulder blades around on the upper back. And then reverse. Squeeze the blades together at the back. Move up and forward and down. Now each side loosen up separate from the other. Kind of like a figure 8 motion. Reverse that movement. And complete. Next, some more neck work. So you have a choice here. You can look up to the ceiling and do 4 small circles in the air with the nose in each direction. Or your other choice would be to drop the chin to the chest and do a bigger, wider circle using gravity and the weight of the head to explore a bigger, wider circle. So you would do 2 of these in each direction to balance out the 4 in the air with the nose if you're choosing to do that. When your head is exploring this big, wider circle, you might need to ease around any tight places. There is a lot of delicate muscles, ligaments, tendons holding the head on top of the spine. Let's see, we'll come on to our hands and knees now. We're going to work with the wrists a little. So we're going to rotate the torso over the hands. First, we're going to spread the weight out over all the palms and fingers and fingertips. Other direction. Now come to center. How about we turn the palms to face backwards towards the body, which is a pretty aggressive stretch. Of course, if you want to intensify it, sit back a little, and that surely will. Just a breath here. turn the hands to face forward and walk them a handprint or so forward. We're going to bring the shoulders way forward over the hands. The wrists go in an aggressive bend. And then we sit down into child's pose to stretch the wrists, the forearms out. Inhale, come up and forward again, way over the hands. And then sit back down to child's pose. Inhale, come up one more time, forward we go. And exhale down. Inhale, come back up to table. We do a little iguana. So imagine my hand is karate chop right on your spine, and I'm going to ask you to squeeze my hand with your shoulder blades. So the low back stays flat, it doesn't move. We simply drop the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then we lift the chest and bring the shoulder blades off the middle of the back. Again, drop and squeeze, it's not a big movement. And lift and open. Again, drop and squeeze. And lift and open. Now we'll work with the hips. Bring the left knee out to the side. 4 circles in the air with this left knee in each direction to warm up the hip. And of course, same thing on the other side. And we'll complete that. So let's drop down into child's pose again. Now we're going to do a shoulder thread. Working with the shoulders once more. So take the right arm. We're going to thread it through under the left armpit. Like someone's pulling this right wrist. You're going to reach as far as you can. When you can't reach any further, we're going to anchor that hand. That means it doesn't move. Spread the fingers. Now, we want to rotate the torso and the head to look over that right shoulder. Because the hand is anchored, we get to stretch up the arm and the shoulder blade off the middle of the back. We'll take a breath here. And then unthread, send that right arm forward. Other side, thread the left arm through, under the right armpit. Again, reach as far as you can. Then anchor the hand, spread the fingers. Turn the torso, the head to look over this left shoulder. Take a breath. Unthread the left shoulder. Come back up onto the hands and knees. We're going to come up into a high plank. So bring the shoulders over the hands, come up onto the toes. Here's where we're working with the wrists again, so spread your weight out over the palms, fingers, fingertips, not just the heel of your hand and the wrist. From here, we go to downward facing dog. So take the hips up and back and begin to pedal out the feet. Bend one knee, lower the opposite heel to the ground. Then bend the other knee, lower the opposite heel to the ground. So as we lift one heel, the other heel goes down. We stretch out the calves up the back of the leg, behind the knee, the hamstrings. We also stretch out all the little bones in the feet, the toes, the arch, the sole of the feet. The Achilles tendon as the heel goes down. Now inhale, hips up onto the toes, and then exhale, both heels down. We'll drop the knees to the floor. We'll bring the torso on up. We're going to sit down onto our heels, stretching out the toes. Cactus goalpost arms. On the inhale, arch the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, hands to heart, chin to chest. Inhale, come up and open and squeeze the back. And exhale, fold. One more time, come up and open and arch and squeeze. And exhale, fold. Up onto the knees now, still up onto the toes. Half camel on the left side, so the left hand to the left heel, ankle, or calf. Let me turn this down in here. And so the right arm will come up into the air, a little back bend, a little stretch down the right side, maybe even down the hip to the thigh. Inhale, come up, and switch the right hand to the right heel, left arm, either straight up or a little back. Inhale, come back up. Now we can do both, full bow. Maybe your hands meet your ankles, but mine don't. So I'm going to put them on my low back to support my low back in this back bend. Now bring the spine up vertical. Bring the right foot forward. We drop down into a low lunge, down into the hips. Inhale the arms forward and either straight up or a little back. Again, another little back bend. Bring the hands down. Take this right foot back. Come on up. Bring the left foot forward. Same thing, drop down into the low lunge. Inhale the arms forward and up and back. Take the hands down to the mat. Bring the right foot back. Head up to downward dog again. Inhale the right leg up into the air. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to stack the hips. Take that right knee up, up, up. Now, level out the hips. Inhale that right leg up a little higher. Then on your exhale, bring that right knee up to the hands. Bring the right lower leg forward and slide the left leg back. We head down into resting pigeon. Now it matters how far forward you bring this right foot. The further forward you bring it, you're going to get a stretch on the IT band on the outside of this right thigh. But if your hip isn't open enough, you won't be able to bring this foot forward without tweaking the knee. So that's just some information about that. We want to fold forward over this right knee, lower leg, and thigh. Let the belly relax, let the shoulders relax, let the jaw relax. We go deep into this right hip stretch. So a couple of deeper bellows, belly breaths. So fill the belly up full, fill the chest, fill the lungs, and then squeeze all the air out. Fill up again. And squeeze it all out. One more time. And squeeze. Now bring the hands under the shoulders. Bring the torso up. Unwind that right leg. Stretch out the leg. Press out through that back heel. Then bring the right knee in. We head back to downward dog to do all that on the other side. So we inhale the left leg up into the air. We bend the knee. We take the knee up. We stack the hips. Look under this left armpit. Now level out the hips. Inhale the leg a little higher. And then on your exhale, bring that left knee up to the hands. Bring the left lower leg forward. Slide the right leg back. Again, move this left foot as far forward as your knee and your hip will allow. And then fold forward over the left knee, thigh, and lower leg. Nothing working. Just the body resting over this left leg. So a few of those belly breaths. So fill the belly, the chest, the upper chest as full as you can, and then squeeze every ounce of air out. You can even do that in the Ujjayi way. Now hands under the shoulders, press on up. Unwind this left leg, take it out behind you, press out through the heel. Then bring that left knee in. We're going to ease over onto either hip, come to sit. Bring the legs around front. Bring the soles of the feet together for bound ankle, into the hips again. So sit up tall, pull the ankles in. Breath in, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the upper arms press the knees and thighs open. Fold forward. You could keep the hands on the ankles or you could hold the feet and the toes. But what I'd like us to focus on is using the front of the body, the core, the torso to pull the torso down rather than using the back muscles to power down. Inhale, come up. Straighten out the legs. Staff pose. Hands down by the sides. We're just going to point and flex the feet. Really get all those little bones in the feet moving. When you flex the foot, spread the toes. When you point, curl. Keep the spine up tall. Now some ankle and leg rotations. Do a little more ankle work later on in the class. Other direction. Now we're going to do a little more core work with boat pose. So I'm going to plant my hands and lift my tail. Plant it down. Lift the legs and then lift the arms. Using the front of the body, active hands and arms. Breathe. Hold the position. Make sure you breathe. Breath in. Exhale, lower the legs and forward fold over them. Inhale, bring the torso up. We're going to go back into boat. We're going to go a little higher with the legs and a little higher with the arms. Breath in. Exhale, lower the legs, forward fold a little deeper. Then inhale, come up. So we're going to take the left leg way out to the side. Right foot into that left inner thigh. We're going to flex that left foot, press out through the heel. Left forearm, either down in front of that left lower leg, or perhaps tucked under the calf. The right arm, inhale it up and overhead. Now you could turn the head to look up in that top inner elbow, or you could look down at the knee. Really focus on this contraction on the left side, so the right side gets the stretch. Inhale, come up. Bring that left leg into what would be the edge of the mat, depending on how you're sitting on the mat. So inhale the arms up overhead. Hinge from the waist, turn over this left leg and fold forward. So hold the leg somewhere, the foot, the ankle, the shin, even the knee or the thigh. We're going to use the leg as leverage. So inhale, pull the torso towards the foot. Then on your exhale, lower the chest down to the knee and thigh. Inhale, ease forward again. And exhale, soften down. One more time, further, a little further forward. And exhale, soften down. Release the holding with the arms, let the head hang. Inhale, come up. So we have a choice here. No, we're going to go into our seated twist, so we have the choice in a moment. So take the right leg under the left. Bring the left foot on the outside of that right knee. See if you can plant it on the floor. Bring the spine up tall. So you have a choice here. This left hand can be on the floor behind the hip, or for a bind, the back of this left hand can be on the right side waist. If you're in the bind, that means you're going to have to engage the core to bring the spine up tall. This right hand arm can be on the outside of that left knee, or you could hold the knee. Inhale, rise on up tall. And exhale, soften, twist, abdomen, shoulder, head looks over that left shoulder. Inhale, rise up a little higher. And exhale, twist a little deeper. One more time, up higher still. And exhale, soften, twist. Now come out of the twist. Here you have another choice. This would be choice 3. We'll work backwards. So choice 3 would be to stack the knees to the best of your ability. Bring the feet forward. That would be choice number 3. Choice number 2 is half lotus, one lower leg on the top of the other. Or if neither of those work, first choice, just sit cross-legged. So I'm going to go back to the third choice. I'm going to bring the arms out to the side. Breath in, a little squeeze at the back. Then on the exhale, bring the right arm under the left. We'll wrap the arms around each other. So eagle arms and legs, Gomukhasana we call this, head of the cow. So maybe move the torso around just a little bit and see how that shifts the stretch around. Inhale, come back to center. Release the arms and just fold forward. Inhale, come up. So we do that all on the other side. Now I have a hamstring injury on this side, so I have to be pretty careful what I'm doing. I'm going to bring the right leg way out to the side. Left foot into that right inner thigh. We'll turn the right leg up. We'll press out through the heel by flexing the foot. We'll plant the hands. Inhale, rise on up. Turn over this right leg. Exhale, fold. Oh, no, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Right arm down in front of that right lower leg, or tuck the hand up under the calf. Inhale the left arm up and overhead. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Head can look down or up. Inhale, come up. Turn over this right leg, bring it into the center, or at least to the edge of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Hinge from the waist, we'll fold forward over this right leg. Now we'll hold the leg somewhere, foot, shin, ankle, knee, thigh. Now you could also be using your strap here. I'm just working without a strap today. So I hold the leg. With my inhale, I pull the torso towards the foot. And then on my exhale, I lower the chest down to the knee and thigh. Now I'm not even going far in here because of my hamstring. Well, you go as far as you want. Another couple breaths. Inhale, ease forward. And exhale, soften down. One more time, ease forward again. And exhale, soften down. So inhale, come up. Bring this left leg under the right. Right foot planted on the floor outside of the left knee. Bring the spine up tall. Same choices. Right hand on the floor behind the hip. Or back of the right hand to the left side waist. Left arm maybe on the outside of this right knee for a little leverage. Or just hold the knee. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, soften, twist. Abdomen, shoulder. Let the head look over the right shoulder. Inhale up a little higher. And exhale, twist a little deeper. One more time, up higher still. And exhale, soften, twist, deeper still. Now come out of the twist. We have those same choices. You can sit cross-legged, or you could sit with the knees stacked and the feet a little forward. I'm going to bring the arms out to the side. Breath in. Exhale, left arm under the right this time. Wrap the arms around again. Maybe move around a little bit again and just notice where you feel the stretch and if you feel it moving around at all. And come to center. Unwind the arms and legs and shake it all out. Now we're going to come down onto our backs. With our knees bent, our feet flat on the floor. Maybe grab your strap. Have it by your side when and if we get to using our strap. We're going to lay down onto our back with our knees bent, which will bring our low back to rest on the floor. Take the feet out wide to the edge of the mat. We're just going to drop the knees from side to side, but we're going to move one leg independent of the other. So bring the right knee up first. Let it get to the top, then the left knee follows. As both knees go to the right, inhale the left leg up, let it get to the top, then the right knee follows. Both knees to the left. Continue side to side, moving one leg and let the other leg follow. As we loosen up the hips, the pelvis a little more, and the low back. Come back to center. A little deeper now. Lift the feet up off the floor, cup the knees. Now flop from side to side. A little bit of a deeper loosey-goosey, loosen up. And come to center, lower the feet to the floor. So a little wider than hip width. Arms down by the side. We're going to do a few pelvic tilts to loosen up the low back a little more. It's very isolated. If you've been in my classes, you know we do this a lot. So on the inhale, just arch the low back, lift it up off the floor. Then on your exhale, press the low back to the floor and tuck or lift the tail. Slowly as you can, lower the tail back to neutral, let it rest, let the muscles turn off. Again, inhale, arch the low back. Exhale, press, tuck, lift the tail. Slowly, lower the tail back to neutral, let the muscles come to rest. One more time, inhale, arch the low back. Exhale, press, tuck, lift the tail. Slowly as you can, lower the tail back to neutral, let it rest. We'll bring the hands behind the head, we'll interlace the fingers. So we're going to add an upper body curl to this low back work. So on the inhale, arch the low back. And the exhale, press it to the floor as you tuck the tail, lift the head up to look between the legs. We engage the core, the abdominals. Slowly, lower the tail and the head back down to the mat, lengthening the neck on the way down. Again, inhale, arch the low back. Exhale, press as you tuck the tail, lift the head and shoulders up to look between the legs. Slow motion. Lower the tail and the head and shoulders back down to the mat. Come to rest. Let everything turn off. Last time, inhale, arch the low back. Exhale, press as you tuck the tail, the torso, the whole torso comes up. Then we lift the lower legs, flex the feet like we're sitting in a chair. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbows to knees, a third of the way. Then inhale, stretch the legs out long. Hands stay behind the head, head and legs hover above the floor. Breath in. Exhale, elbows to knees, a third of the way more. Inhale, stretch out long. Hover the head and legs. Last time, exhale, elbows to knees, tighter still. Then inhale, stretch out long. Reach the arms overhead, head, legs, arms hovering above the floor. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower everything down to the mat. So we're going to imagine someone's got our right wrist, they're pulling our right arm. Someone's got our right ankle, pulling the right leg. We're stretching out this right side. And then they switch to the left wrist and the left ankle, stretching out the left side. Back to the right, reach a little further. And back to the left, reach a little further. Back to the right, reach further still. Relax, back to the left, reach further still. Then relax the arms, bring them back down by the sides. Bend the knees. So I usually put the sequence into all of my classes. I grab my strap. I take the left leg up in the air with the strap around the ball of the left foot. Now I'm going to hold the strap low. I'm going to do 3 circles in the air with this left leg in each direction. To warm up the hip joint, the hamstrings before we go into the deeper stretch. So after all those rotations, pull the leg towards the head, walk your hands up the strap to the foot, pull the toes toward the knee, press out through the heel as we pull the leg towards the head. Notice how deep you've gone into the stretch. As we put the straps into the left hand, let this left leg ease out to the side, any amount. Now this right knee, you can keep it bent, or you could lengthen the right leg out. If you do, ground it down, the thigh, the buttock, maybe flex the foot, so this right side holds as an anchor for the left side stretch. Now with an inhale, bring this left leg up to center. Now straighten out the right leg if you haven't. Switch the straps to the right hand. And then with your exhale, cross this left leg over the body any amount. Back off if the knee tweaks or there's pain anywhere. Inhale, this left leg back to center. Bend the right knee. Notice if you've gone any deeper into the stretch. Then set the strap to the side, lay the left ankle on the right knee. We take the left hand to the left mid-thigh and just press the thigh away. Then let the thigh come back in. Move the heel of your palm down into that left hip crease and press the thigh away. Now relax that pressure. We thread the needle. Lift the right foot up off the floor. Now left hand goes through the space between the legs. Right arm around the outside of that right thigh. So hands meet either behind that right thigh or maybe in front of the knee if you want to go a little deeper. So with an inhale, using the abdominals, lift the head up to that right knee. Then lower the tail, anchor it down. Then lower your back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, long neck as we lower the head to the floor. We're going to flex both feet as we breathe. Now, make sure the chin is tucked, the neck is lengthened out long. How about we do some more of those Ujjayi breaths? Breathing around in the back of the throat, filling up the belly, then the chest, then the top of the lungs. Now unwind that left leg, pull the right knee into the chest. So some ankle circles with this right foot. If the knee wants to ease to the side, you can certainly let it. 5 or 6 ankle circles with this right foot in each direction. And after all those rotations with that right foot, take the right arm out from the shoulder. Now, palm can face up or down. That's not so important, but what is important is we anchor that right arm and shoulder to the mat. As the left hand takes this right knee across the body into our supine twist. So turn the head to look back out over that anchored right arm and shoulder. Left hand gently holding the right knee. That's the only thing working. Let's soften the left thigh and buttock if you're holding them tense. Let's part the teeth, relax the jaw and the shoulders, the face. Reach the right arm overhead. Your next inhale, reach all the way out of that right side waist. Out through the arm, fingers, fingertips. Then on your exhale, ease that right knee a hair deeper. One more time, inhale, reach with that right arm. And then exhale deeper into the twist. Now come out of the twist. Other side, bend both knees, grab your strap. Put the strap around the ball of the right foot. Now make sure it's the ball and not the arch of the foot. Now this is my injured leg, so I have to be really careful with it. So 3 circles in the air with this right leg in each direction. After those rotations, we'll pull the leg towards the head as we walk the hands up the strap to the foot. We'll pull the toes toward the knee and press out through the heel as we pull the leg towards the head. Notice how far you've gone in the stretch. Straps in the right hand. Let this right leg ease out to the side any amount. Now again, the left leg. Feel free to keep the knee bent, or you could lengthen out the leg. Whoops. Sorry. My water bottle fell down. So, again, that right leg's out to the side. You can lengthen out the left leg. Now inhale that right leg up to center and cross it over the body. Switch the straps to the left hand. Now come out of the twist. Bend the left knee. Pull that right leg towards the head. Notice if you've gone deeper into the stretch. Then release the strap. Cross that right ankle to the left knee. Take the palm of the right hand on that right mid-thigh and just press the thigh away gently. Now let that thigh come back in. Use the heel of your palm, go way down into that right hip crease, and press the thigh away. So we're working at stretching out the hip flexor muscles which lie on top of that right hip joint. They're the muscles that allow us to raise and lower our leg. Now relax that pressure. We thread the needle. Lift the left foot up off the floor, right hand through the space between the legs, left arm around the outside. Hands meet either behind that left thigh or in front of the knee. Inhale, lift the head up to that left knee. Then lower the tail, anchor it down. And then lower the back, middle back, upper back, lengthening the neck as you lower the head to the floor. We're going to flex both feet as we breathe, some Ujjayi breaths here. Now unwind that right leg, pull the left knee into the chest. A few ankle circles with this left foot, in each direction. Now take the left arm out from the shoulder, palm up or down, anchor it down as the right hand takes this left knee across the body. Into the twist, turn the head to look back out over that anchored left arm and shoulder. Right hand gently holding that left knee. Soften the right thigh and buttock if it's held tense. And breathe. Send that left arm overhead. Your next in-breath, reach out of the waist, out through the side, out through the arm and fingertips. And then on your exhale, ease that left knee a hair deeper into the twist. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften, twist. Come out of the twist, legs out long, arms down by the side, Savasana for 3 breaths. We let all that integrate. Now we bend the knees, ease over to either side. Gently press on up. Now we're going to come up to stand. Of course, as usual, I've run over my allotted time. So we'll come up to stand. And we're going to stand wide straddle on our mat, lengthways. Excuse me, arms out to the side. Breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the right knee, lengthen out the left leg. Bend the left knee, lengthen out the right leg. Gently side to side. Stretching out the inner thighs, the hips, the groin muscles. Then come to center. Come back up to stand. Arms out to the side. We're going to turn this right foot out to the right, left heel back. We move into warrior 2. On the right side, this left knee over the lower leg. Arms extending out from the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, maybe drop and reach. Take another breath in. Exhale, right elbow to the knee. Send the left arm extend long overhead. Then inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Warrior. Inhale back to warrior 2. Parallel the feet. Other side. Turn the left foot out to the left. Right heel back. We move into warrior two on the left. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop a hair and reach. So we're firmed up the pelvic floor. We're lifting the ribs. We firmed up the core. Breath in. Exhale, left elbow to the knee. Send the right arm reach long overhead. Inhale, come out of warrior two. Into warrior two. Now reverse warrior. Drop the right arm down the back leg. Send the left arm back and overhead. Inhale back to warrior two. Parallel the feet. Hop the feet together. And hands to heart. Inhale the arms straight up into the air. Exhale, big wide circle, swan dive, forward fold. Hands on the shins, bring the back up halfway. And then exhale, fold forward. Again, hands on the shins up halfway. And exhale, fold. Now inhale, slowly round on up. One vertebrae at the time till the head is the last two. Come up. Inhale the arms straight up. Open them up. And exhale, drop down to chair pose. Inhale, come back up. Tall mountain, lift the heels. Exhale, heels down, drop to chair, hands to heart this time. Breath in. Exhale, little twist to the right. Now you can keep hands to heart, or you could open the arms, perhaps look up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, same choices. Your hands could stay to heart, or you could open the arms, perhaps look up. And then hands come back to center. Low chair now, drop the tail like we're skiing down a mountain. Then if you want to work with balance, lift the heels. Now if your knees will allow, keep the heels up and drop into a squat with hands to heart. Bring the spine up tall. And then maybe take the arms up overhead. Breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, round on up. Let's come on down to our mats. If you have a blanket with you, we're just going to roll it up. We're going to put it crossways under the shoulder blades. A large towel will do as well. So we put that shoulder blade, that blanket roll where our bra strap would be if we were wearing a bra. And we relax the back so the chest gets the stretch. Let's do a little modified Viloma breath. So we want to breathe in to the count of 4 or 5. Hold the breath for 5 or 6. Then exhale long, 8, 9, or 10. While you're doing that breath, gratitude. Open your heart. There's always something to be grateful for. Your body loves this yoga, the breathing, the stretching. So gratitude for yoga, for our practice. Gratitude that you took time out of your day to get on your mat, to be with your body in loving relationship. Now, since I'm running over on time, as usual, bend the knees, ease over to either side. Come on up. Now it's time for our Savasana. So you could put this rolled up blanket under your knees, or if you have a bolster, you could put it under your knees. Maybe you have an eye pillow you could put over your eyes, or maybe a washcloth. We're going to lay down. Now I'm going to put this eye pillow over my eyes. Oops, I have to change something here. So, let your arms come to relax. Let your legs come to relax. Let the whole body go limp. Actually, I'm going to change something. Let's hear some of Teddy's harp playing for our Savasana. So begin some slow, relaxed breaths. I'm going to put our attention on the hands and fingers. Relax the hands, the fingers, the palms, the backs of the hands. Relax the wrists and the forearms. Relax the elbows and the upper arms. Take a deeper breath, soften, relax both shoulders. Relax the feet and all 10 toes. The arches of the feet, the soles, the heels, all the little bones in each foot. Relax the ankles and the lower legs, the knees and the thighs. Relax both buttocks. Relax the lower torso, the hips, the pelvis, the pelvic floor. All our internal organs are relaxed after the twisting and the squeezing and the detoxifying. We relax the rib cage, the rib muscles. Just presencing the gentle rise and fall of the belly and the chest as we breathe. Savasana is where we integrate our practice so that when we get up from our mat and go into the rest of our day, we hold on to this openness, this open heart, this open mind, this stretched out body. Relax all the muscles across the collarbones, which might soften the shoulders a little more. Relax the low back, the middle back, the upper back and shoulder blades. Relax the back of the neck and the back of the head. Part the teeth, relax the jaw. Relax the mouth, the lips, the tongue. Relax the nostrils and the nose. Soften both cheeks. Soften the ears and the muscles of the temples. Relax the eyes, the eyelids, the muscles around the eyes. Feel your eyes release their tension and sink a little deeper into the head as they relax. Relax the eyebrows, the forehead, and the scalp. Feel the right arm becoming heavy. Feel the left arm heavy. Feel both arms heavy together. Feel the right leg heavy. Feel the left leg heavy. Feel both legs heavy together. So the arms are relaxed. The legs are relaxed. The hands and feet are relaxed. And the fingers and the toes are relaxed. We feel the back of the body, the whole body becoming heavy. We feel it surrender its weight to gravity. And let that gravity pull any remaining tension, tightness, contraction out of the body and the mind into the earth. Now we bring our left hand to our heart and our right hand over our stomach. We take a moment to connect in with our heart space. Grateful for our ability to feel, grateful that we can feel gratitude, compassion. We can use our love for forgiveness. That we can love ourselves as we are. The hand over the belly, our place of will, strength, power, gut guidance, gut internal GPS. We can trust our body to guide us. It's incredibly intelligent. It tells us when we're safe, when we're in danger. It tells us when we're around someone who lifts our energy or someone who does the opposite, drains our energy. So yoga helps us learn to listen. Listen to the quiet messages that come from within. And then all the external messages that come from the outside as we open our eyes a little wider and see the world with fresh eyes. Now we wrap our arms around our torso in a hug. Your last choice to tell yourself, I love you no matter what. Trust that you're right where you need to be in your life. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, but be right here and now, loving ourselves. Now release the embrace, bend the knees. Ease over to the right side. Pause for a couple of breaths before rising up to sitting. So it's about time to end our practice. We'll bring hands to heart. I'm going to turn off the music. Yoga was created not so much for exercise, that's a wonderful part of it. It was created to get us into this deep state of comfort and peace and relaxation, yet alert at the same time. Let's be with the silence where we are for a few moments before I ring the bell. Notice how you feel. Notice if you feel any different than when we started an hour ago. Open your heart to yourself with all your love, with all your gratitude. Those of you that I know, I'm grateful for your presence in my life. And those of you who are watching this video, welcome. I hope you're enjoying. So I'm going to ring the bowl the last time. Listen to the sound so you can't hear it anymore. Om Shanti, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for your time and your attention.